In the summer of 1985, the quiet Midlands of South Carolina were plunged into a summer of terror by a predator whose cruelty went far beyond physical violence. It began when 17-year-old Shari Faye Smith was abducted from her own driveway just 2 days before her high school graduation. He was a killer who didn't just lurk in the shadows, but actively called the victim's family, taunting them with descriptions of her final moments. But Larry Jean Bell wasn't finished. We are diving into South Carolina's most notorious serial killer, who was brought down by a single forensic mistake left behind on a legal pad. You're listening to Lurking in the Shadows. Guys, welcome.
It's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah.
I remember hearing the story of the girl that was kidnapped from her driveway, and that's crazy.
I don't know anything about this, and I lived in South Carolina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know this case at all.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you had it on the list, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I don't remember putting this on the list because I don't remember that name at all.
Oh, okay.
I mean, sometimes you come across names and don't know the
Yeah.
story, but I don't even remember coming across this name and putting it on.
Maybe
so.
I did.
Yeah, so it had to have been you. But yeah, this one is a little different, you know, as far as serial killers go.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, yeah, you'll find out more, but yeah.
Okay.
All right, yeah. I don't think there's anything else to catch up on. Summer's almost over already.
Yeah. It is. That's crazy.
It is. We're going into August
Yeah,
as we're
flying.
Recording this. Yeah, we're like, holy moly. School year's starting back up.
Know.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Everybody's growing old.
Summer always flies. And then winter drags on forever.
I know. I do want fall, though.
Fall, yes. Winter.
I'm excited for fall. Always excited for fall. Bring it on.
And all the spooky things that we'll do.
Pumpkin spice!
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I know, me too.
Okay, all right, let's get her going. So, Larry Jean Bell was born October 30th, 1949 in Ralph, Alabama, just outside of Tuscaloosa.
How did he look out with such a cool birthday?
Right?
October
I know!
30th?
October 30th, the day before Halloween.
Son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
fuck you, bastard. He had 4 other siblings, 3 sisters, and a brother. His family moved around frequently, and by 1965, they moved to Columbia, South Carolina, where he attended EAU Clare High School. Then the family moved to Mississippi, where he did graduate and then was trained as an electrician in trade school. By 1970, he had joined the Marine Corps, but that came to an end after only a year when he shot himself in the knee while cleaning a gun.
Ew.
Yeah, that sounds unfortunate, really. I mean, he really fucking deserved it.
Yeah.
He needed a couple more, but,
Yeah.
you know. By this time, he had relocated to Columbia, South Carolina, and worked as a private guard for only about a month. That says prison guard. Let me read. By this time, he had relocated to Columbia, South Carolina, and worked as a prison guard for only about a month before that fell through. I don't know exactly what happened there, but I'm sure he had a stellar personality, really.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like his unsettled childhood did not help him settle in his own life. He's bouncing around. He was married by 1972, and they had 1 son together. The marriage, however, fell apart by 1976, and Larry began working as an electrician's assistant. And this then began where he's finally using his skills, I guess, because I don't know where the prison guard came in when like he was trained, but you know. This job also was allowing him in and out of people's homes doing his work. During this time is when he was flying under the radar, committing crimes that only come to the light much later. Okay. But his criminal activities started in 1975 in Charlotte, North Carolina. Dean and Denise Newson Porch were newlyweds that had grown up in a small town called Denton, North Carolina. After being married at the age of 21, they decided to move an hour away from their families to the big city. Diane Hill, Denise's sister, stated, quote, "We really weren't excited about her even going to Charlotte, but it's what she wanted," end quote. Denise was the youngest of three sisters and was described as a good student, outgoing and active. Her family was very close, enjoying beach trips and spending time with the family. She worked at the same complex that she lived at called Yorktown Apartments. Her husband worked in Gastonia, North Carolina, and for both Denise and Dean, July 31st, 1975 was just a normal workday. But when Dean got home around 5 p.m., he found Denise's keys, wallet, and a pile of fresh groceries that hadn't been put away yet. He decided to call her mother and see if she had heard from her, but she hadn't. The family decided to report her missing to the Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department. They immediately started canvassing the area around the apartment. They lived on the third floor, and Denise had to do all Denise. Holy moly! I didn't even smoke this morning. Maybe I need to. Goodness. They lived on the third floor, and all Denise had to do was walk down to the first floor to get to work.
Oh, okay.
You know, because like it's an apartment complex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes she would drive future residents around from apartment to apartment to give them like tours, which is kind of dangerous. But she did that often enough, and you also got to think, I mean, this is way back then.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like now in apartment complexes, we do that when I was working for them, like golf carts.
Yeah. Okay.
Not taking them in private vehicles.
Right.
Back then, they're doing private vehicles. Yeah. Lieutenant Brian Crum stated, quote, "We know that some folks had last seen Denise riding in her car with two folks who were unidentified. No one knows who they are," end quote. But again, these individuals could have just been looking at apartments. Right. Yeah. You know. The family all came together to try and find Denise. Even her uncle made missing posters and put up a $25,000 reward for information. Wow. Yeah. But after 7 years, the family had Denise declared dead. Oh. Which was a very hard decision, obviously, for them, right? Including Dean.
There's no body, like we don't know what happened.
No, just 7 years. Mm-hmm. No word of nothing.
Yeah.
Like no evidence, literally nothing.
Yeah.
Just a pile of groceries and the shit she left behind.
It's sad.
It's crazy. Dean did later remarry and sadly died then in 2011. They had no suspects and no further evidence was ever found. Now, the connection with Larry was he lived only 300 yards from the apartment where Denise went missing. He was never formally charged with her murder, but is suspected. And if you have any information about Denise's disappearance, please call Charlotte's Missing Persons Unit at 704-336-2311.
What made them suspect him at that time?
So, I don't know. I didn't find exactly what, other than him leaving 300 yards, and they started suspecting this after his other crimes came out. Okay. Like in 1975, they're not suspecting him at this time. They have nobody. Mm-hmm. That's why, like, they had nothing, no suspects, no nothing. Yeah. But once all his other crimes are coming out, and they're like relooking at old cases, this is one that they connected. Because there's another one then that we do connect officially, you know. So still in the Charlotte area in 1984 now, working as an electrician, Larry was flying still under the radar. And on November 18th of that year, Sandy Elaine Cornett was having dinner at her house with her fiancé located on the 800 block of Eagle Wind Drive. After dinner, her fiancé drove back to his home in South Carolina. And when he arrived, he called Sandy and let it ring just once to let her know that he had arrived home. He then expected her phone call back around 11 p.m., but she never called. He just thought that she had fallen asleep, so he went to bed for the night himself. The next morning, when he hadn't heard from her, is when he tried to call again, and around 10 a.m. with no answer. He then called her job, and she worked at an insurance agency called Gay and Taylor Company. And also she worked as a model for Charlotte Merchandise Mart. He found out that she had never arrived for work that day, which is not like her at all. At her home, there were no signs of a struggle or crime, and her car was still located at the residence. The only weird thing was her purse was emptied out onto the bed, her ATM cards were missing from her wallet, and her dictating machine she used for work was missing as well. It was missing as well.
So he's also a thief.
Yes. I didn't like. What are you going to get for that, though?
Right.
You know,
all the credit cards.
The credit cards, yeah. And after her disappearance, a woman called the bank associated with her cards, and this woman asked for the account balance and then tried to transfer the money, but hung up before the transaction could happen, and she never called back.
It was a woman.
It was a woman.
Okay.
Yeah. We believe this was not Sandy, though, but no idea who it could have been.
Okay.
Within the first few weeks after she disappeared, her ATM card was used at 3 different ATM locations by a man and a woman, where they withdrew around $1,000. The description police got from witnesses matched Sandy's description.
Oh, okay.
She was 5'7", 120-ish pounds, brown hair, green eyes, and was wearing a dark blue jogging suit. The reason Larry became a suspect was he had known Sandy. One of her previous boyfriends were friends with Larry, and he was invited by Sandy to her home for a party.
Okay.
This is the only time Larry had been to her home that we know of. At the time, he was also staying only about 4 miles from Sandy's home. Her case would go cold for 40 years.
So just that one interaction and he came back and took her? One interaction at a party?
Well, I also think, like I said, he was working as an electrician, getting in and out of people's houses. I also think he was getting into these houses.
Yeah, maybe he broke in.
Yeah, because also maybe followed Denise in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if Denise is actually one of his victims.
Yeah.
You know, like just the whole sneaking, getting into a house and getting out type of thing.
Do you know, did he run his own business or did he work for...
He didn't have his own business that I could find, no. Her case would go cold for 40 years until in 2025.
Wow.
Yep. Almost 30 years since Bell's execution. Charlotte police announced that they had enough evidence at this point. If Larry was still alive, he would be charged with the murder. Yep. The family was notified and the case was officially closed. Sadly, when Sandy disappeared, her wedding was planned for only 5 months later.
Oh,
yeah.
That's sad.
It is so sad.
And also, like, sad for the family knowing, like, she was taken out by a serial killer.
Yeah. Like I mean, and took 40 years to get the official answers. Like, I know that they suspected him, but they never had, like, and unfortunately, there'll never be a trial, so we'll never know the real evidence that they got.
Yeah.
You know, they're not going to lay that all out, but they obviously, with confidence, were saying, like, we have enough now that... And I believe it would be DNA. I think they'd announce, obviously, if they found her body or something.
Yeah.
But I bet they've got some kind of DNA, some kind of something somewhere that they got him.
Hell yeah, DNA.
Yep. Hell yeah. The next confirmed victim of Larry did not occur until May 31st of 1985. 17-year-old Shari Faye Smith, she goes by Shari, was running around getting ready for a class trip to the Bahamas. It was an exciting year for her. Not only was she graduating, but she was chosen to sing the national anthem at her upcoming graduation. She loved to sing.
She was really pretty too.
Oh my, yes. Ugh.
Piece of shit.
Yes, fucking. I'm so sick of men.
I know.
I'm so sick of men. She got home that day, parking in her driveway of her Lexington County, South Carolina family home around 3:15 p.m. Her father, Bob, who was a pastor, was home, and he found Shari's car running and empty in the driveway. The next few days were a nightmare for the family while they searched for missing Shari. The Smiths family received days of phone calls from a man who identified himself as the abductor. They found out she was taken by gunpoint. On the third day of calls, the man described the black and yellow bathing suit she was wearing under her clothes. He told the family they would receive a letter from Shari titled Last Will and Testament. The police made sure to intercept this letter, and it was dated then for June 1st.
Okay.
It told her family not to let what happened to her ruin their lives, showed her family and her boyfriend how much she loved them, and also quoted the Bible. Shari's body was then found on June 5th. Bell called the family 8 times until her body was found. But the harassment didn't end there. He was also using a voice distorting device.
Yes, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep. Which tells you a lot. I mean, like, he wasn't just, like, randomly calling them. He was planning this. Yeah. Like, he's planning, I'm going to taunt this family. Yeah. Like, he bought the equipment for it and all.
You sick piece of slime.
Yeah. God. All of his phone calls were telling the family things he did to Shari, like giving her options on how he would kill her. Trigger warning. Oh, God. He described raping and sodomizing her as well. He never demanded money or a ransom. He just wanted to continue torturing the family. Yeah, he's getting something from that. He told the family she chose suffocation, and he described wrapping her head in duct tape until she was dead.
What? Just wrapped her head continuously in duct tape.
And let her suffocate, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
PSA to everybody, if someone ever tries to take you at gunpoint, cause the scene, let them shoot you.
Get shot.
Let them shoot you. Honestly, they'll probably just run away and not shoot you. Cause the scene, because what happens there is nothing compared to what's going to happen when they get you where they want you.
I feel like statistically you're going to survive that gunshot wound faster than you're going to survive.
Yeah, you cause a scene and start screaming help.
Yeah.
That's going to make the person run away.
Yep.
Do not let them take you at gunpoint.
Nope.
I mean, obviously it's going to be scary, but scream.
Yeah. Gunshot will only hurt for a minute. I'm just kidding. But like
what they're going to do to you somewhere private.
Yes. Nope.
You're not going to get away from that.
No. God. It's so scary because, like, I want to sit here and say, like, that's going to be me. Like, I'm going to sit there. But
in the moment, you're probably like...
I'm probably going to freeze.
Comply, yeah, because you're like, I don't know what to do
I'm scared shitless. Yeah.
So it's hard to say, but yeah.
Yeah. We all have a plan. Just...
acting on it.
Yeah. Oof. Gives me anxiety.
Yeah, I know. Ugh.
It's terrible. It was discovered the letter was written about 2 hours before her death, but they were unable to determine the exact cause of death or determine if she was sexually assaulted.
How do they know a letter was written 2 hours before her death?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That is crazy. I don't know exactly. One fact about Shari is she had a medical condition. If she didn't take her medication, she could dehydrate. So they weren't sure if this played a factor in her death because she went multiple days without her medication. They said it was a rare form of diabetes.
I wonder if it was diabetes insipidus.
Where, like, she, like, could dehydrate. Yeah. I didn't know. While the police had the letter, they were able to get a phone number off of it because at this point we have no idea who took Shari. They don't know.
Yeah.
They were able to get this phone number off of this letter because Bell had written a phone number on a previous page in the notepad that left an indentation on the letter that the police got.
Ah, okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about? You put too much pressure.
Paper.
And then and he ripped the top one off, and the one below it had indentations of the phone number he wrote down. Okay. So that's how they get this motherfucker.
Okay. Wow. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's how they get this motherfucker. This number brought them to the house of the Shepherds, and after police questioned them and gave them the profile of the suspect, the husband and wife both named Larry Gene Bell as a suspect, like simultaneously. They were like, that's him. Well-known FBI profile John Douglas was called in to Lexington County to help solve this case.
Hell yeah, John.
Yep. He stated this was, quote, one of the most sadistic murderers I've come across, end quote.
Wow, that's big for him to say.
It is. He said criminals like this tend to be street smart and will try to have regular personal relationships like marriage, but they don't usually work out. He also predicted him to be in his early 30s, which he was 35 at the time of his crimes. And if you guys don't know, John Douglas is known for the best-selling book Mindhunters, which inspired the 2017 Netflix series. Which
fuck
is,
you, Netflix. That was the best show ever.
It was so... Well, I can't believe you fucking canceled that
Yeah.
show. But if you haven't seen it yet, fucking go watch it, because it's fucking phenomenal. But just be mentally prepared that they don't continue it, and they should. Because you're going to be pissed. He is also the detective that helped work numerous infamous cases, including interviewing Ted Bundy, David Berkowitz, John Wayne Gacy, Charles Manson, Lynette Fromm. Is that how you said it?
I think so.
Sarah Jane Moore, Ed Kemper, which is the one I find the most interesting, James Earl Ray, Richard Speck, and countless others.
It's quite a list.
Yep. Yes. And just listen to more of it. Green River Killer. He was in on. Yeah. They were talking about him in that episode. Yeah.
Did you listen to all that one?
I did.
I have. I think the last one to listen to yet.
Oh, I'm not quite done with the last episode.
Okay.
The fourth part. Yeah, I'm like halfway through, I think. Once the Shepherds confirmed it was Larry, police discovered Larry had house sat for that couple, and they informed police he would drive a silver Buick Riviera, which was a vehicle witnesses saw at an abduction 2 weeks later.
Oh.
He's not done yet. And this next case is trigger warning.
Great.
Just because it's sad.
Yeah.
I'll go over that case in a minute, but the harassing phone calls to the family continued for 3 weeks after her body was found.
He's disgusting.
Yes. So that means he was committing more crimes while still getting some kind of satisfaction from calling this family.
And they probably couldn't trace the call back then.
No, but they did start recording.
Yeah.
Okay. They would start recording them because at first the family was like trying to like write things down and stuff, but like what are police going to do with that?
Right.
You know what I mean? And actually Dawn, the sister, is the one that wound up.
Yes.
Yeah, that wound up being the one who took most of the phone calls and stuff, and police even got her like saying like, "Hey, I need you. We need your help. I need you to like continue talking to him, get something on him." And she worked with them, and then also came out. And I didn't add this in here because there wasn't. It was like one sentence of like, they think he actually wanted to abduct Dawn.
Oh yeah, I do.
And not
that.
Cherry.
Yeah.
That he got the wrong sister.
And weren't they going to try and lure him back or something by having her keep talking to him? I don't totally remember.
Yeah, I didn't read anything where they were like trying to like set up a meeting, but I know on the phone they were trying to get her to like really talk to him and get shit out of him and stuff like that. Like she really like put in some work herself trying to get him.
Man, how traumatizing.
Right?
Talking to your sister's murderer.
And probably disgusting things.
And just having to keep talking to him to try and get more out of him. Yeah.
Like, and knowing the only thing that's between you guys right now is a phone call.
Yeah.
Like,
and remaining calm and not like.
Yeah. To know that
telling him you're
he
gonna
could
rip
be
his
just
dick off.
Yeah. And like he could just be down around the corner at a payphone. We don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's gross.
Yeah.
He liked that. That's why he did that. Because he liked sick shit like that. Psychopath. In one of the phone calls after the new abduction, he even had the balls to describe the location of the body of his newest victim.
Wow.
10-year-old Deborah Mae Hemmick. On June 14th, 1985, Deborah and her 3-year-old brother were living in a trailer park, and like typical kids, they were playing in their front yard together. The scariest thing happened next. A silver vehicle pulled up and grabbed a kicking and screaming Deborah and forced her into the car while her little brother watched.
And he's 3, isn't he? He's
3. He's 3.
That poor thing.
Yeah. I just picture a little 3-year-old with a toy in his hand, just watching his sister get just taken.
Yeah. He has no idea. He can't comprehend that.
No. Ugh. Deborah's body was found on June 22nd, and this time evidence told a different story about the sexual assault.
Oh, yeah.
She was found wearing adult silk underwear.
What?
And they believe that she was suffocated with duct tape like Shari was. A 10-year-old girl.
Wearing adult underwear.
Wearing an adult underwear.
Where the hell did he get that female adult underwear from?
I don't know. It's disgusting. That's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's... Let's dig him up from the grave and re-kill him.
Well, like I know, like Shari was young.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Denise. If Denise is the victim, she wasn't that young.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is he
why
changing?
are you going to a 10-year-old?
Why? Because like, she's playing with her little brother in the front yard. You can't. All I could think is that he was more of a man of opportunity versus who the actual victim was, other than.
Maybe. And why are you in this trailer park?
Yeah.
You're just driving around looking for a victim?
All I can think
like,
is his job,
in an
maybe. His job. You have to remember.
He was on his way to do a job. No, maybe he was leaving a job.
Yeah, or just been in that neighborhood before and seen her.
Yeah, and came back. Oh,
that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of times his job is playing a role.
And how he sees people.
How he's seeing, these neighborhoods and things. Because, why, if he did do Denise, why is he in that apartment complex? Mm-hmm. If he did do, and he did do Deborah, the little girl, what was he doing in that neighborhood? Mm-hmm. And Sandy, late at night, her boyfriend left, and he got her. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that one was just knowing and having the confidence to go in and out of a house and just wanting her for some sick reason. Mm-hmm. But why did we go for a 10-year-old now?
Right.
Because nobody else was. I mean, Shari's 17, but like, I don't know exactly how old Dawn was if he wanted to take Dawn. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not confusing a 10-year-old for a 17-year-old.
No. Like, that's what I'm saying. Why did we all of a sudden go for a child?
Yeah.
You sick, disgusting fuck.
He's every bad name in the book.
Yes. God. Ugh. Larry was finally arrested on June 27th, 1985, so 5 days after her body was found. Police searched his apartment, finding 6 hairs that matched Shari. They also had witness testimony and recorded phone calls that he had made to the Smiths after harassing them for weeks. Larry's defense tried to go for the mentally unstable plea and claim not guilty.
Okay.
Yeah. But the defense suggested they don't go with the not guilty plea because it was, it would infuriate the jury, and that they would be going then for the death penalty like harder since.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, since there was so much evidence that was stacked against him at this time. Like, it was just going to. Yeah, why would you say not guilty when, like, it would be a slap to the face of the jury and they'd be like, yeah. So, like, fucking use your brain.
Really, most criminals, like, we know you did it.
Yeah.
That DNA evidence. Why are you pleading not guilty?
Not guilty. Yeah. The fuck.
You're stupid.
Larry argued he never stated he killed Shari on any of those phone calls. It was his.
That doesn't mean you didn't do it.
Yep. And couldn't prove it without the cause of death. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what he's saying. He testified for 6 hours, but his answers to any questions was.
He testified.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any answers to any questions was silence is golden. And he even told them he was Jesus Christ. And he also pulled the typical criminal excuse that he blacked out.
Jesus Christ rapes and murders women?
Yep. The 10-year-olds. Yeah. He would have random outbursts that only occurred while the jury was present. To spruce up this mental instability.
I mean, he's got something, but.
Yeah, he does. But it ain't that.
No.
He was upset that it was never touched upon his family history or the mental illnesses that he had and his family had.
No one gives a shit about you, ho.
Right? I don't care about your mental illness.
I don't give a rat's ass anything about you.
Yeah.
What happened to you ever.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit.
Not a damn.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Not a damn thing that comes out of your fucking mouth is a worthy excuse as to why you did that to 4 to 5 women.
That doesn't excuse anything you've done. So.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Yeah. Fuck off.
God. Both trials for Shari and Deborah didn't take long for the jury to come back with the death penalty.
Hell yeah.
In February of 1986. Hell yeah. He spent 10 years trying to appeal, claiming his innocence. And his day finally came on October 4th, 1996. He decided to die by electric chair versus lethal injection, which I thought is kind of ironic.
Yeah.
Because he was an electrician.
Yeah, that's why you chose it.
Yeah, that's the only thing I think.
I hope it burned you alive, buddy.
God, I hope from your toes to your ears you burned.
Mm-hmm.
just...
I hope it was the worst pain you ever felt in
Yes.
your entire life.
I hope it was the worst thing you ever experienced. He did not provide a final statement and was pronounced dead at the age of 46 years old.
Bye, bitch.
Yeah. Bye, Felicia.
Rest in distress.
Yeah. God, every day.
Yeah.
Every day. I hope you're on a repeated daily job of some electric work you can't fix, and it shocks you every time you touch it.
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
While you're burning in hell.
Yep. While you're burning in hell. Yep.
You're
Fuck
just
you.
constantly burning and getting electrocuted.
Yeah. I think that should be fitting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's also like, still to this day in South Carolina, you can pick which.
Hey, didn't someone just recently choose firing squad?
Yeah, you can choose firing squad. It's been multiple have chosen firing squad. So yeah, South Carolina, you can pick how you would like to die. Still. So yeah. Okay. Fuck him.
Yeah. Wow.
Fuck
He's
Larry
nasty
Gene Bell.
As hell.
Yeah, and that poor family.
I know.
Like, not only did you rip their loved one away out of the front fucking driveway.
Yeah.
They said that they think she was just checking the mail.
Yeah.
Like, literally just going to go check the mail.
How do you get kidnapped like that?
And then that's it. Car still running and everything.
It wasn't like he had to have been sitting there waiting.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's not like he just drove by and, oh, here's someone at their mailbox.
And same with, you can't tell me Deborah. He's just driving by and he's like, oh, that looks like I could take that. Like, you can't tell me. And in that, the only witnesses for that one were neighbors that heard her screaming.
Oh my God.
That was it. Nobody witnessed her actually be put into the car or anything.
Oh, and her poor little 3-year-old brother.
Oh my God. Ugh. Yeah, that poor baby.
Yeah.
And
trauma he didn't even know he lived.
No, and that baby had to grow up without his older sister who was just playing with him in the front yard. Oh, that's sick.
It is.
God. Well.
Leave all the insults below for this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. And any other serial killer suggestions, because I usually wind up covering the serial killers.
Yeah, I think I've only done one so far.
Yeah, but you did a good one.
It was like a one.
No, you did two.
Did I do two?
I think you've done two.
I know I did the Hampton Roads.
Yeah. Maybe that's the same one I'm thinking about.
Maybe.
No, I think you did another one. It might have been a True Crime at a Dime, though. Where it was multiple.
I don't think I did a serial killer. I don't know.
Well, I like my serial killers and gangsters. That's my vibe.
I like my mysteries and disappearances.
Yeah, so you guys get a wide variety.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we are for you. Whatever your cup of tea is, we got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as it's murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Or some sort of crime.
Yeah, actually, I think the next case I'm going to cover is the original Stockholm Syndrome case. So stay tuned for that for my next one. Yeah, because I don't think there's any murder.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No.
Just abduction, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, so I will... that'll be a little reprieve from murder, but still an interesting case.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so... Yeah. Be on the lookout for that.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Make like a shadow and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at
Lurking in the Shadows Podcast.
Check us out on not TikTok anymore.
No, we're not. TikTok.
Damn. Fuck TikTok, guys. Yeah. But if you have any questions, concerns, or case suggestions, please shoot us a Gmail at
Lurking in the Shadows. The way you said and.
Yeehaw! Why don't you go and giddy on up over to our YouTube and go and check us out. Shoot us an email at
Lurking in the Shadows Podcast.
Yes.
gmail.com. And keep looking around for our next episode.
Yeah. Bye.
Gotta keep that in there.